Hello, welcome to Soul Good. I'm Amber Marie, and this is your June 2022 pick a pile. If you are curious about the decks that I'm using today, you can find a list of them in the description box below. You can also find links to my social media accounts as well as information on personal readings and the Soul Good membership channel on Telegram. So, you guys, I wanted to do something a little bit different for this month. I'm really excited to do this and, try something a bit different. So we're going to be doing 3 piles today using 4 decks of cards. Pile 1 is going to be this beautiful feather here. Okay. I do believe this is from a chicken, actually. A friend of mine gave me this little beaded clip that had this feather attached to the end of it, and I had it for quite some time, and the feather finally detached, and so I have it up here on my table while I do readings, and it's actually quite beautiful. I'll hold it a little bit closer so you can see. Okay. Pile 2, you are going to be the jar of black obsidian. Okay, it's just a little jar. And pile 3, you are going to be this beautiful Petoskey stone. Hold up close so you can see it. My son actually found this while up at Lake Michigan, I believe, or Lake Superior. I can't remember which right now, and brought it back for me, and I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful Petoskey stone and quite large. So you can decide which pile is for you. I'm going to get out the cards so you can watch which pile. You may feel called to one of the piles that way. So let's do that. Please, Father, Mother, Life, Universe, Spirits, Guides, Angels, our cosmic team, our ancestors, our higher selves, what does pile 1 need to know for June 2022, please? What does pile 1 need to know for June 2022? Thank you. What does pile 2 need to know for June 2022, please? What does pile 2 need to know for June 2022, please? Thank you. And what does pile 3? Okay, 2 cards there. What does pile 1 need to know, please? What does pile 1 need to know for June? Oh, Lord, that is too many. I will take these over here, though. Okay. What does pile 2? Thank you. Pile 3. What does pile 3 need to know, please? What does pile 3 need to know for June 2022? Thank you. What does pile 1 need to know? Pile 1. What guidance? Thank you. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. There's one on the floor. Okay. Oh, long hair problems. What does pile 2 need to know? What guidance does pile 2 need, please, for the month of June 2022? Guidance. What guidance? What does pile 2 need to know? Thank you. And what does pile 3 need to know, please? What does pile 3 need to know, please? What does pile 3 need to know? What guidance do they need? Does pile 3 need to know, please? I do only take jumpers, so I appreciate your patience while I shuffle, getting the right card out. What does pile, okay, thank you. And pile 1, what does pile 1 need to know? Thank you. Pile 2, thank you. And pile 3, thank you. All right, so here we have pile 1 with the feather. Oh, you can't really see it while it's sitting on there, sorry guys. Pile 2 with a black obsidian jar, and pile 3 with a Petoskey stone. So if you would like to, feel free to pause here to decide which pile is meant for you. You may feel called to more than one pile. That's perfectly fine. You're the one in charge here. So do take the time to pick your pile. All right, and we're going to jump in with pile 1. Let me just move these out of the way. Okay, so if you chose this beautiful feather, you are pile 1. You guys, I really feel with this feather, which is interesting. I wasn't actually planning on like using these as a message, but I feel like with this feather, there's something here about your time to fly. Take it as it resonates. I don't know why I'm getting that. Again, I wasn't planning on interpreting any energy coming through with the little talismans, if you will, that I chose for the piles. But I'm just feeling like it's time for you to fly. So again, take that as that resonates, okay? I'm just going to set this off to the side here. Let's take a look at your cards. We're going to start with the tarot and then move through the oracle. So your tarot cards are here. You have the King of Swords and the Judgment card. Now, what I'm picking up here with this energy, first of all, I'm being very drawn to the fact that the King of Swords is sitting high in above, right? He's up in the mountains. He has several winged creatures with him, right? He has this owl here, this crow, and then I believe that's a bat there. He also has these, oh, there's a dragonfly as well that I've actually never seen before, and I've had these cards for quite some time. So that's pretty amazing. You may be seeing dragonflies this month as confirmation for you for something in this reading. But he does have feathers there as a bracelet as well. So I do feel like this is the right pile for you if you felt drawn to the feather. Now, here's the thing with this King of Swords and the Judgment card. The King of Swords, first of all, represents that head over heart and that truth. Okay. The Judgment card is a representation, of like an awakening, a reckoning, reflection. And I feel like you are discovering certain truths about yourself. I feel like you are discovering certain, I feel like there's like this energy of like the truth liberating you, right? Again, flying. I feel like you're taking flight. And I feel like the means rather by which you're doing that is by sitting in your truth, right? Sitting in your truth and really allowing that truth to liberate you, to free you, right? Because I feel like there's something here about you could have potentially been denying truths, pushing truths down, like ignoring them, right? Maybe your intuition was speaking to you and you're like, no, that's not true. That's not true. And this for some reason, I'm feeling this could be about people perhaps. I don't feel like that's going to resonate with everyone, but it could be truths in regards to people in your life. But I'm also getting this energy of just this truth setting you free, and whatever it's about, whatever the truth is about, I feel like it's setting you free, right? And I feel like there's something here about you could have been like replaying things in your mind, retelling yourself stories. Ooh, I'm actually getting this, hold on guys, 1 second, I'm sorry. I'm getting this burpy energy, and that's like releasing fear. I feel like you have potentially held on to your truth and not expressed it out of fear of what that might mean, right? Perhaps you felt a certain truth about a particular relationship, whether it's, platonic or otherwise. And it's like when we're wounded and we're afraid, even if something is bad for us, oftentimes we don't want to let it go, right? And so I feel like there's something there about that, maybe for someone specific, but nonetheless, I do feel like there's something here about the truth setting you free. The King of Swords is an Aquarius energy that may resonate with you. You could have Aquarius in your chart, perhaps. Maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius, potentially, right? But again, that Aquarius energy is one that is, first of all, it's intelligent, right? It's also reformative. It's also inventive and friendly. And I feel like you could be potentially coming to truths about yourself. Aquarius energy on the more negative or lower vibrational side of things can be very emotionally detached, scatterbrained, irresponsible, and impersonal. And that could potentially be a truth that you're coming to. Okay. So very interesting energies, but I do feel here that for the month of June, let the truth set you free. Okay. Let's see, you have here Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Now, what's really interesting about this is that energy of embracing sensitivity. Like I was saying, an Aquarius on the more negative side or lower vibrational side of things can be emotionally detached and impersonal, right? And I feel like with coming back into the more higher vibrational frequencies of an Aquarius with that like friendly, that humanistic, that reformative type of energy coming in, right? And I love the fact that we have living with grace, because I feel like there's this energy here for you, pile one, of forgiving yourself for not knowing what you didn't know, right? If you were sitting in your wounding and weren't aware of that and made decisions based off of your wounding, you don't know what you don't know. So give yourself some grace. Allow yourself to see it as a growth, as a learning experience, as a means of expansion, right? Even the challenges that come to us, pile one, come to us for our benefit. And oftentimes we fail to see that because we're too deep into the emotions of the situation, right? If that makes any sense. So for example, let's say you're praying for more confidence. Like, your divine creator is not just going to bestow confidence upon you. No, your divine creator is going to place an opportunity before you so that you can show to yourself how much confidence you truly should have. And that can present as what seems to be a challenge or an obstacle. But in all reality, it's something for you. It's beneficial for you. It's not happening to you, right? And so there's something there about that, and as far as living with grace, right? But I do feel like you're potentially a very unique individual. And I also feel like with this feather here and this uniqueness showing up with this card, again, it's like spread your wings and fly, show the world who you are. Okay. And I love that for the month of June. It's so beautiful. We also have here memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. Yeah, right. This energy of spiritual acceleration and progress, I feel, is coming from this acknowledgement of truth and allowing that truth to set you free, right? It's almost like when you release that fear of being authentic, of sitting in your truth, you make room for more things to come in, for better things to come in, for truthful things to come in, right? And I feel like that in itself, sitting in that truth, allowing it to set you free, is what is going to accelerate your spiritual progress. I feel like it's going to skyrocket, right? Again, you're going to take flight. That is the energy I'm picking up. It's repeating over and over and over. It keeps dropping into my field over and over and over. So I do feel like the month of June for you, pile one, is going to be a month of really getting comfortable with yourself, living in your truth, allowing that to set you free, and allowing that truth to help you to take flight, to progress, right? You may have even felt stagnant for some time, okay? The advice or guidance that you have coming through here is Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So this is amazing because I feel like there could be some fear around expressing that truth, living in your truth, right? But here's the thing, it does set you free. And I do feel like it creates this sense of peace, this sense of calm, this sense of comfort, this sense of home, this sense of heaven, as it were, right? And I feel like you are creating your own reality by stepping into your truth, by allowing that to set you free, by being your unique, beautiful self, and allowing yourself to just be, right? I love this so much. And I do feel like this is an energy of, if you have been asking, Lord, when is it going to get better, or praying or going into meditation, and, seeking answers about how to solve things, how to make things feel lighter, how to make things feel better. I feel like this is your confirmation of it's happening, right? So long as you allow it to. That is the key point here. So long as you allow it to. Tarot can be predictive, but it can change, right? It can be predictive. It depends on the decisions you make. So do keep that in mind. Wow, you also have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? So first of all, I want to say that I'm picking up on, that Mother Mary energy around you. And I don't know if any of you have seen the TV show The Chosen. You guys, this is not sponsored or anything. I'm just a big, big fan. If you have seen that, Mother Mary in that show, this is what I'm being reminded of. She is absolutely just this amazing character in that show who, is so warm and so comforting and so caring and nurturing and loving. And I feel like this is an energy of you starting to do that and be that for yourself. I don't know why I'm getting this, but for some of you, you may have not had a good mother figure in your life. Or maybe you felt that, you've had to learn how to reparent yourself, because, your experience with your mother figure wasn't the greatest. And that's not to put shame or anything on them. They only know what they know at that moment in time. Their soul's dealing with their things as well, right? So we're not throwing shade. We're just saying, maybe you didn't have the best experience. And I don't know why I'm picking that up. It could be for someone specific, but I feel like this month you are learning how to give yourself that. Give yourself that motherly love, that comfort, that nurturing, that support, that feeling comforted and held, right? So how can you mother yourself? What would a mother, a loving, caring mother like Mother Mary, what would she do in the situations that you're experiencing, right? How would that look? So for example, like I want to do this job, right? And maybe it's something completely off the wall. Maybe you want to be a professional like skydiver or something, right? And all your friends are like, are you nuts? Like you have this really great job, you make really great money. Why in the world would you want to do that? But your heart is just in it, right? How would you mother yourself? If you were to step into the shoes of, say, Mother Mary, what would that support look like? Guaranteed to be like, all right, go ahead, right? Go ahead. It's going to make you happy. So do what you need to do. Right. So I feel like that is coming through heavily this month. And I feel like there's this energy of your mother is going to, a loving, caring, nurturing mother is going to allow you to sit in your truth. It's going to allow you to just be who you are. And I feel like that again is coming through so strongly. I also feel, if you are feeling like you're struggling, like you're feeling unheld, unseen, uncomforted, call on Mother Mary because I do feel like she will be around you to help you through this month. We also have here, wow, purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. So I want to say to you, pile one, if you have been questioning, why am I here? What am I doing? What is the point? This is your confirmation. This is the point right here. This is the point of it all. All the struggling, all the strife, all of the challenge, all of the tears, all of the pain, all of the suffering. This is the point, right? To possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love, right? This is the point. To keep going and living and moving and breathing and speaking and thinking in love intentionally every single day. That is the point. And I feel if you are able to bring that point into your reality daily, I feel like you will feel your life start to change. I feel like you will feel your life start to improve and feel lighter and brighter and better. The purpose here is to live in your truth. And at the end of the day, at the end of it all, at the root of it all, your truth is unconditional love. That is the truth. So I hope that this has been beneficial for you. Thank you so much, Pile One, for being here with me. I'm so truly grateful for you. Have an amazing month, and I hope to see you very soon. Thank you so much for being here. All right, Pile Two, let's take a look at what you have going on for you this month. If you chose the Black Obsidian Pile 2, this is your reading. Let's take a look at what you might have going on for you this month. All right, first, wow, you have quite a few cards here coming out for you, Pile 2. with the tarot. First of all, you have the Five of Swords in the reverse. This is an energy of desire to reconcile, desire to forgive, perhaps some lingering resentment. But I really feel here with you, pile two, this energy of moving out of the negative, moving out of holding on to things. Now, I'm just going to backtrack a little bit and share. I feel like you may have chosen this obsidian, this jar of obsidian. Obsidian is it's like a protecting stone. It is something that helps to essentially bounce negative energy off of you, right? Is how I always feel about this. I carry this with me everywhere I go, you guys. And I love it. If I don't have it, I like feel weird. I feel really weird. Almost like exposed, if you will. Okay. So I feel like there's something here about protecting yourself from negative energy. I feel like that's a conscious decision that you may have started to make. I feel like you may be trying to make improvements in your reality, in the way you feel, in the way you experience life. And I feel like this Five of Swords showing up being about that desire to reconcile and forgive and potentially having some lingering resentment. I feel like, first of all, I feel like you're trying to release or pondering over releasing some of the things that you've experienced, wanting to forgive some situations, wanting to find forgiveness for yourself, I'm feeling as well, and wanting to potentially reconcile with some people. Maybe there were decisions, things that were done, said, actions that took place that were not your truth, right? That were you were acting out of anger, pain, hurt, wounding, those sorts of things, programming. And I feel like there's this energy here of wanting to reconcile, wanting to forgive yourself and others, wanting to smooth over situations. And if there is any lingering resentment around certain situations, certain people, certain things, I feel like you are putting up boundaries, right? So if it's coming from an external place, I feel like you're like, I just don't want to deal with that. I just don't want to experience that negativity, right? If you're going to hold on to things, if you're going to not allow me to reconcile, if you're not going to forgive, like I just can't be a part of it. That's what it feels like to me. You also have the star here, which is beautiful because this is hope and faith. So first of all, I feel like there are some of you, okay, yep, for you, pile two, I am getting this burpee energy, which is release of fear. I feel like there's something here about you could have potentially recently begun to or started to think about, releasing fears around seeking forgiveness, around seeking reconciliation. I feel like you may have sparked a new hope, a new like faith or a healing around some things, right? And I feel like it's very interesting because you have, I feel, changed the way that you think about things, the way that you are perceiving certain situations that you've experienced. This could potentially be with other people, right? But I also feel like this has a lot to do with yourself and what's been going on within your own mind. I feel like you may have started to, or will through the month of June, come to a place where you just are acknowledging, right? Like, okay, this happened. Like, I need to forgive myself for that. Let's heal this and move forward, right? It's this energy of just wanting to move forward, wanting to leave like negativity behind, wanting to leave past actions that you may not feel so fond of, leaving those things behind, moving forward and having faith and hope that things are going to get better and that the healing is going to continue. Yeah, and here's the thing, this is so interesting because you also have the Seven of Swords, which for me is like new tactics and strategies. I feel like you've been changing the way you look at things, changing the way you move through life, changing the way you see things. And I feel like it's brought you to this place again of wanting to reconcile situations, whether that's within your own self or whether that's with other people. Either way, I feel like it's just this energy of coming to new realizations and like, let's take a different approach to this. Let me look at this from a different perspective. Let me seek solutions from a different perspective, right? Let me go about this in a different way. Let me go about this the right way. It's very, very interesting to me. But I feel like I feel like you've learned things about yourself. I don't know why I'm getting this, but over the past couple of years, perhaps for some of you. And I feel like you have since started to move differently. In which case, if you're resonating with this, congratulations, because it's very difficult to come to a place where you take ownership for yourself. It's very difficult to come to a place where you're like, okay, I see where things went awry and I would like to reconcile this. I would like to forgive not only myself, but others. Like that takes a lot. And then to redirect your energy and move it in and move your behaviors, your patterns, your thought processes, your actions, all these things into a new direction and try something different it takes bravery and courage to do that. So, if this is resonating with you, congratulations, because this is difficult. You also have here the moon. So I find this super fascinating. First of all, because you have the star as well. Okay. So I don't know why, but I'm getting that this month you may spend a lot of time outdoors admiring the night sky, looking up. I also feel like the moon phases throughout this month could potentially have something in store for you. I'm trying to look at my calendar to see what major moon things we have going on this month. So we do have a full moon in Sagittarius on the 14th of this month, a new moon in Cancer on the 28th. And that's all I can see right now. But I feel like those could potentially be big days for you for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting that. I usually never like throw in little predictive things like that, but for some reason I'm picking it up with you. I'm also feeling here that this moon card has come out for you in regards to your intuition, because here's the thing. I feel like these tactics and strategies that you now put into place, so we're starting to do things a bit differently. I feel like it may have something to do with your intuition, following your intuition, right? I feel like it may have something to do with these like um illusions being broken through, right? And following your intuition, like um I wasn't seeing things the way I should have. What I was seeing was an illusion. Like there really wasn't this big, I don't even know how to word it, like, so for example, like say you had a falling out with somebody and you perceive the situation to be like them just attacking you, and that was an illusion, right? That's not the truth. That was, something from your wounding coming up, potentially. Something like that. I'm not saying that that is the situation. It's just an example that I'm trying to give so that you can relate to the energy that I'm picking up on. But I'm definitely picking up this intuitive type of energy. And I feel like as you move, I feel like following your intuition this month could be very beneficial for you. And I do feel like this is part of that new tactic and strategy. You have two cards here with the moon back to back. And I feel like following your intuition is what's going to be beneficial for you, especially if you at any point during this month feel you're like in the dark, right? Very interesting for you for this month, pile two. Let's see what else you have going on. We have the Venusian Galactic Council, star being guides, answer the call, time to shine. Interesting. Interesting. I feel like this is about you coming into your truth, really, your authenticity. I feel like this is you essentially showing up as you are, if that makes any sense. I'm also being drawn to the fact that we do have Venus entering Gemini on the 22nd of this month. So that could be a big day for you as well. Pile two, I feel like there could be something here for you with the number 2 this month as well, because you chose pile two. We have this Venus card showing up, and that, Venus entering Gemini on the 22nd of the month. So I feel like twos could be important for you, highlighting potentially partnerships, balance, maybe duality, some choices to be made as well. So just throwing that bit out there. If you see 2, or repeating twos throughout the month, I feel like there's definitely something in this reading for you. But yeah, I feel like answer the call. Again, I feel like that's your intuition. I feel like it's your intuition. I feel like your intuition is going to try to lead you to these joyous type of energies. Venus energy is very much about affection, attraction, desire for beauty and balance and harmony. And so I feel like following your intuition could lead you to that state. Okay. Again, it's your life. It's how you interpret things. It's your perspective. It's a lot of things are at play when we talk about, the potential for things to manifest. We also have here, wow, this is interesting. Star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. Yes, absolutely. I feel wounds are being healed, especially with that star card coming out. As well, I'm very drawn to the fact that you have this Venusian Galactic Council card with star being guides. If you can see here. Okay. And then here you have star being healing codes. So I do feel like you have a lot of support in the other realms, in other dimensions coming through for you, whether that be angels, your cosmic team, your divine creator, perhaps ascended masters like Jesus or Buddha or whatever it is. I feel like you definitely have support. I feel like you could potentially be experiencing or gaining information through your dreamscape, your daydreams, your meditations, or perhaps it just dropping into your field at random moments, like epiphany, aha moments. And I feel like this important information that could be dropping in, it could be about yourself potentially, but it could also be in regards to things that are healing for you for throughout this month. How to heal things, right? Maybe you've prayed about it or meditated on it, you know, saying what is it that I need to do to resolve this situation, right? And you could potentially be getting things dropping in on how to solve those things. But I want to say that for some reason, I'm getting this energy of the opportunities, like it's like the doors and windows and pathways that are made are open and then they're closed just like that. So it's like you have to take that opportunity if you feel called, right? It's always your choice. It's your life. You need to be discerning and use your intuition and make the decisions that are best for you. But it's showing up significantly here. And I feel like there's this energy of following your intuition and taking those opportunities as they're presented to you so that you can bring in new experiences into your life that are more aligned with beauty, balance, values, attraction, harmony, right? Those beautiful kind of Venus energy things. The guidance for you this month is soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And yeah, I mean, what was I saying? I feel like you're surrounded by support in the, you know, angels, guides, your cosmic team, your ancestors, the creator, Jesus, whatever it is, whatever you wish to call upon to assist you. I feel like it's there. I also feel like there are people in the physical world who are maybe coming into your life throughout this month to bring you support. Um, I also feel like if there's a situation here where you feel like you need to reconcile with someone else, and heal a situation, you know, going about that differently, I feel like this is about that as well. I feel like there's fear being released around, yeah, pardon me, fear being released around those. It's like, how do I word this? I feel like you may have a fear of like abandonment or rejection, right? And I'm not saying that to be condescending or to, you know, throw shade in any way, shape, or form. These are wounds that I am healing currently that I've been working on for a couple of years now, right? So a lot of us share that. But I want to say, I feel like there's fear around like being close to people, right? Like this, like being intimate, and sharing and being there. So, you know, I feel like this is why this is showing up for you. And I feel like, you may find people coming into your life this month who are truly meant for you, who are truly part of your tribe, who you can truly connect with mind, body, spirit. And I feel like there's a need here to be open to that, right? Like allow that opportunity to remain open for you. Oh my gosh, you guys, you cannot make this shit up. All right, pile two, you have here friendliness. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. You cannot make this up. And I couldn't have wrote it better, you guys. Because I do feel like there is this energy of like you could have been in hibernation, a kind of like that hermit energy in the tarot, in an energy of solitude because of negative energies, negative things that you've experienced, maybe processing them, working through them, things like this. And I feel like you may start to this month open back up to creating new connections, whether that be, you know, platonic, whether that be romantic. Obviously it depends on your situation, but I do feel like there's this energy of opening back up to experiencing relationships with people and learning how to trust, learning how to follow intuition in regards to people, learning how to be in truthful, authentic relationships full of unconditional love and caring. So beautiful energies coming through for you for this month, pile two. I want to thank you so much for being here with me and sharing your time and energy. I truly am so grateful. I hope that you've found this to be valuable or helpful for you in some way, shape, or form for this month. Please do take care of your beautiful soul, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Bye. Okay, pile three. Just give me one moment and we will jump into your reading. Hello, pile three. If you chose this beautiful, beautiful big Petoskey stone, this is your reading. It's very interesting with this stone. I'm picking up an energy of almost being porous, like allowing things to come in, which is interesting, right? Because it's a stone. So I feel like there's something here, potentially pile three, about maybe being a bit closed off, maybe having some walls built potentially. And throughout the month of June, you may find yourself opening up a bit more, being a bit more open or porous to experiences. I'm also, yeah, I'm also getting this energy of like soaking things up, right? Like almost like a sponge, soaking things up. I feel like there's this energy here of letting love in. I don't know how that might resonate with some of you, but it feels like letting love in and letting your love out. I feel like you've been closed off, perhaps. And this may not be for everyone, right? But I'm just picking that up right off the cuff here. We may get more energies coming through with your little talisman for your pile, but let's take a look. Ooh, it's thundering. Have you guys heard that? It's thundering. Let's see what you have coming through here for you, pile three. Okay. So pile three, your first card up is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Knight of Cups in the reverse is an energy of like kind of moodiness, maybe living in a fantasy world. It can be an energy of like fickleness. In the upright, the Knight of Cups is an idealistic. He's very romantic. He follows his heart, right? It's an energy of being very charming and idealistic, right? But the Knight of Cups can also struggle to see reality. And again, it can be a bit like dependent on other people, could be a bit moody, right? And so with this, I feel like it feels very much to me almost like there's been this dependency on like romantic relationships. I don't know why I'm getting that. I don't know why I'm getting that, but it feels like there's like this energy of like potentially either you or someone close to you. Like if this is you, you could have been, and it feels like a past energy for some reason. That may resonate with someone specific, but like you could have been codependent on people to like fill your cup, to make you feel love and things like that, right? Like you could, or someone close to you could have been dependent on you to fill their cup and for them to feel love, right? Like it feels to me like maybe you had this realization, right? And maybe in doing so, that's how you close yourself off, right? Like maybe you discovered someone being super codependent on you, right? And you're like, no, like I'm not fucking doing this. Like I'm just shutting this shit down, right? Or potentially you realize that you have been codependent on others and are like, what in the hell am I doing? Right? I don't know why I'm getting that, but I do feel like, oh, I feel like that could be for someone specific because I just had something quite big drop in. Some of you may have put walls up, okay? Put walls up and built walls around this Ten of Pentacles here, because that's your second card out. And the Ten of Pentacles is about that culmination of things like happy home, happy life. It is that like building something. Ooh, that was weird. I just felt like something was touching my arm. Sorry, guys. That threw me off for a second. But I feel like there's something here about like being closed off, right? And like almost again having like this fickleness around family, around building with other people, around like coming together. Okay, so interesting. I feel like for you, pile 3, this could be about a romantic situation, especially with that Knight of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. Like, I feel like you could have experienced a romantic situation where you just shut down about building a family, building a life together. You may have closed off to that. And I feel like this could be the month where you're being asked to be open to this again, to like open yourself back up to it again, to wear your heart on your sleeve, right? Instead of shutting down. Like, I feel like yeah. And that's interesting because I had this energy of like, potentially having a fear of abandonment or rejection. And that could be why you shut down. That could be why you kind of were like kind of fickle about it, right? Like, I feel like you may have potentially perceived a situation with someone or a potential romantic situation with someone where you just shut that shit down because it's like, um, this is a fantasy. This is too good to be true. There's no way that this is real, right? Like, I feel like you could have potentially just shut that shit down so fast. And if you're resonating with this, or you know somebody, or somebody pops into your head who's maybe you experienced this from someone else, we do have that Knight of Cups, and that is like a Pisces type of energy. So you could be dealing with the Pisces. With the Ten of Pentacles, it could be a Virgo as well, or you or they could have strong placements in either of those, but it doesn't have to be that sign. I'm just sharing that because it may be relevant for someone. Okay. But I do feel like for some of you in this pile, you built walls up around love because you're like, this is a fantasy. It's too good to be true. There's no way that this is going to happen, that this is going to lead to something beautiful and amazing. And so you could have feared building with that person and just shut the shit down. Right? Like, nope, you just dipped out, or whatever the situation may be. Maybe you self-sabotaged or something, right? Like, I just feel like it's like, nope, I'm done. Like, build walls. And I feel like this month is calling you to be open, allow yourself to experience these things. Yeah. You have your sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, and sensuality. Every time I see this card, now I'm going to be honest and say I don't know a whole lot about the chakra system. I have my own beliefs on those sorts of things. And so, I don't really know a whole lot about the sacral chakra. I believe rather, that it has something to do with, passion. With your, let me just check the guidebook real quick, because I do want to share with you what it is. There could be a message here for you. I normally don't use the guidebook. Usually I just read things intuitively, but I feel like there may be something here for you. So let me just read the message part right here. Okay, so it says, you are being guided to the gateway of your sacred self. This is an opportunity to recognize that the more tender and vulnerable aspects of your being hold keys to great power. Honor the sacred within. Reclaim any parts of yourself that you have disconnected from or abandoned. If you want to experience more love and belonging, look within. There is a huge lesson in finding love within yourself. Realize that false narratives have been floating around your energetic field, stories that have discouraged you from expressing yourself. You may have even been lied to and told you aren't beautiful. This card is here to remind you that you are beautiful, and more importantly, you can create beauty in the world. Recognize that you hold the power of the universe within, and then you will find your flow. Okay. I do want to say that, yes, okay, I was right. It says here, the sacral chakra is found below the belly button and is the energetic space that governs our reproductive system and all forms of expression connected to it. Everything from our sexuality to our capacity to express the tender, more sacred parts of ourselves is connected to this chakra. It is governed by water, and so it helps us move with the flow of life in order to express our most authentic self. This card transports us to this sacred inner space and it shows an inner temple with flowing water and lots of soft colors coming from a blooming lotus. This encourages us to see that our sacred parts are beautiful energetic gateways through which we can express and manifest pure life force. So what I'm really getting here for you, pile 3, is again that being open to having these beautiful experiences. And I feel like there's part of this where it could potentially be the reason why this didn't work out, or why this you rejected this, or they rejected this, right? Depending on your situation, could just be that they didn't know how to be vulnerable, right? They were scared and afraid to live in that vulnerability, to express that vulnerability, to share that part of themselves, right? They could have never, or you maybe never have experienced such intensity before, right? Or such love before, or caring or nurturing before. And that could have been very fearful. Maybe you felt like, what if they see who I truly am and they don't like it? They don't love it. What if they leave? Right. And I feel like this is really about you opening back up to that experience and allowing yourself to have these experiences. I also feel like there's an important message here about loving yourself and learning how to do that. That could potentially be why, it feels like a self-sabotage, you guys. So this could be why that self-sabotage took place, because it was like that fear, right? Like, I don't know how to be this. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to accept this, because it feels like a fantasy, right? So I feel like this is really about you opening back up to you having those experiences. The guidance for you for this month is awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yeah, I feel like you're reaching a new peak in your spiritual experience, in your awakening, right? I feel like you are coming to this new space of, wow, I can actually be open to love. I can actually, go with the flow. I can actually experience life in a brand new way. But again, I feel like there's this energy here intuitively, like she's rising, right? She's like moving upward. She's elevating. And I feel like almost this is if you're being picked up and moved over the top of that wall that you've created, right? And are now being aligned with an opportunity to experience life in a new way, being open, integrating these truths within yourself, and realizing that you may have, or if this is about someone else, they may have moved from a space of trauma, of wounding, of programming, and it's not their truth, right? And I feel like this is how, like, integrating that within themselves, and learning how to be in that space, right? So I'm not saying that you could potentially have love coming in for this month. While it could be possible, I feel like this month could potentially be just more about, how do I word this, please, Spirit? Could be more about loving yourself and being open to those experiences potentially happening, right? To new love potentially coming in, to experiencing love in general, whether that be from friends or otherwise. Okay. And finally, we have for you harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. I'm very drawn to like the fact that you have these like bluey, light blue, pastelish type colors within both of these cards. I'm pretty drawn to that. I'm getting a little bit of like Archangel Michael energy coming through. I feel like, and I'm just getting this burpee energy for you again, pile 3. So I feel like it's this energy of like, I feel like Archangel Michael might be coming in with his sword of truth, kind of cutting away some of the falsity, cutting away some of the bullshit, and allowing you to be more in harmony with yourself. Yeah, I feel like I really truly feel, pile 3, that this is really about that harmony within self, coming to a space of acknowledgement, of understanding, of awareness about yourself, and how you interact with things, like the choices that you make and how that impacts your experience, right? I feel like this month for you, I feel like you're going to have some realizations, potentially a lot of them. And I feel like there's this need for you to like give yourself some grace, be tender with yourself. Because again, I do feel like you're going through this big awakening. And I feel like there's this I feel like this awakening is potentially bringing in new information, right? Which can potentially allow you to step into a more harmonious state with yourself and with everyone around you, with everybody you experience and with the planet as a whole. So even though this energy here coming through with, kind of being fickle or moody or feeling like you're living in a fantasy and potentially having blocked or put walls up around people, like I do feel like this month is going to feel more harmonious for you. I feel like it's going to feel a little bit lighter, though I do want to say that, with awakenings and upgrades, that can feel heavy sometimes. So, just know that if you do start to feel that, it's potentially because you are releasing old ways of being. And in doing that, you can potentially feel a bit lost or in limbo or, things to that effect. And so I would advise you or encourage you to not feel fear around that, but know that things are changing and it's okay to feel that way. Okay. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here. I truly am so very grateful for you. I'm sending you so much love and tons of hugs, praying for you for this month, that you're showered with blessings. Take care of your beautiful, beautiful soul. Have an amazing month, and I hope to see you very soon.